Hey, good day everyone. Welcome to Fishin Camp Life with Lad from the Woods. Well, today is Wednesday, May 26th, and approximately an hour and 16 minutes from now, I'm going to go get my vaccination finally for the COVID nightmare. And I'm getting the Pfizer still. I'm headed to the hospital where they have a permanent place to vaccinate us. And well, here we go, eh? I'm not fearful of it. I'm not happy about it, but you know what? I'm going to say this too, and this will be more pertinent to the older generations, but I grew up in the vaccination generation, and before that, we had polio vaccinations. I have them. But before I was born, and stuff like that. I can't say I've ever had anything side effect from flu shots or anything. Last year, no, was it last year? Yeah, last year. No, that's not right either. 2019, my God, 2 years going to be. 2 years ago, I got a flu shot. I didn't feel well after that. That's the first time it ever happened. But I'm not sure that it was the flu shot. Anyways, I have some suspicions, and I'm hoping they're going to test me today. I guess they test you before you get the vaccination. I don't know. But anyways, I've always had a sneaking suspicion I might have already had it. Because they said, well, now it's, we don't know, it might have been September before that or before. Well, okay. I had some very unusual things going on, not feeling well, no energy, sick, but not seriously sick. And it went on and on and on, and then it finally kind of laid off. So it probably was nothing, but it's been on my mind. And I've already had a couple told you so moments with my doctor. God love her, I'll tell you, she's a damn good doctor, but I argued with them over the AstraZeneca. It turns out I'm right. I argued with the Ontario government, and they accused me of vaccination shopping, which I was not doing. Well, I'm getting my Pfizer anyway. So I get to choose what goes into my body. And I didn't have a choice when I was little. My mother made that choice, but I trusted my mother and trust my mother that she made the right decision. I've avoided all these bad things. Yes, I've had chicken pox. Yes, I've had the mumps. I think that's all I've ever had. I never got the Hong Kong flu in 1969. I never got the first SARS down in Toronto, never got that. I think I've had pneumonia. I was really sick back around 89, and I remember laying on a couch sick for seemed like weeks. It was just awful, and I'm coughing up green stuff. Anyway, I won't get into gory details, but pretty sure I rode through pneumonia and I didn't go to the hospital. So anyways, but I was much younger then. Like the song says, I was much younger then. Anyway, I'm going to leave here. It takes about 30 minutes to get to the hospital, so the appointment is at 10 minutes after 2. So I'm going to be there at least 20 minutes early, so I'm going to leave here around 1:15. The latest. That gives me 30. It gives me at least 25 minutes. I'm early, so I like to be kind of early with that. So anyway, nothing else going on here. My girlfriend is not happy I'm getting the vaccination, but between her and me, we've battled over this, and I don't know. I'm not happy how she feels about this stuff. Guess I'm being a little bit personal, and I don't mean to be too personal, but I'm a man of science. I was raised in a scientific household. Mr. Spock was my father, like my dad was very Spock-like. And I've studied the shit out of this Pfizer. anywhere I can get articles, people that are doing not surveys, but you know, they're testing and stuff. So I've read report after report till it makes you dizzy. You know, I don't understand everything 100%, but I'm pretty sure I've got the gist of everything. This technology that Pfizer's using definitely has a huge future. To do with other things. One, I think they were saying that it might be but an easy vaccination for malaria that they can make with this. And I believe, I've been told that's the #1 killer in the world. So, you know, I'm feeling good about this vaccine in the way that the technology to me is, you know, the future. And most of the pills that I take now, which I take a fuck of a lot of pills, let me tell you, more than I've ever wanted to take. And but I mean, it's keeping me alive for various reasons. You know, blood thinner, blood pressure, blood sugar injection, like that's Ozempic, nutcase pills to keep me, you know, because I suffer from PTSD. Then I have fibromyalgia, apparently. I didn't even know what that was. And I have that, apparently. So I'm on Lyrica. So, I mean, it's one thing after another. But most of my pills, I believe, not all of them, but most of them are made by Pfizer. And, you know, the only side effect, I don't know if Pfizer makes Ozempic. I'll have to check that. But that's really the only one that's been giving me side effects recently. It's the one I inject once a week. And it's made my blood sugars perfect, but I've had side effects where I feel like I'm nauseous, and once I've already vomited twice. But I've learned my lesson too. You can't be on an empty stomach. Like when you wake up in the morning, you feel full, but you're not really full, but that's how the medicine makes you feel. And but once you get moving around, you drink water, whatever, empty stomach with the Ozempic, no, man, you got to have something in your stomach. So, but anyway, you get back to the thing, it's Pfizer. So I'm pretty happy in this situation with Pfizer. Now, my mother, she's not coming today. They have a clinic being set up in which our personal doctors are going to be involved, but that's not for another month or something, I'm not sure. But it only features the Moderna vaccine, which is mRNA as well. I just don't know as much about it as I do about the Pfizer. There's simply not as many studies. There's just not as much information. I'm not saying there's no information on Moderna. There's lots of information. It's just Pfizer, there's like 1,000 times more. So, anyways, she is studying the Moderna thing herself. I'm pretty sure she'll come to the same conclusion that for her the Moderna would be fine, although I'd rather have her to Pfizer, but close enough with the Moderna from the looks of things, unless I discover something in the next while, because I am studying it for her as well, and we'll see what happens with that. But hopefully she'll be able to get her shot, and you know, and then get her booster, and then she'll be hopefully be able to get out and about a little bit. My mother hasn't left her house since December of 2019. You know? So, and it hasn't been good for her. She's 79, turning 80 in September, and it's not been good for her, this isolation, even though that's, you know, the last 20 some years since my father died, she's been pretty much isolated there. I mean, she has friends that come over, used to, and when they were younger and stuff. But anyways, getting back to the subject at hand, these vaccination, as soon as she can get hers, I think, you know, then I can at least drive her around to the grocery store and she can be out and about a little bit. And of course, our Lanark transportation service, which is kind of like a taxi, she'll be able to take that, because she used to take that before when she wanted to go do things. So yeah, so I'm going to try and film when I'm in there. I don't know if they'll let me or not, but I think they will, because I'm going to tell them I'm putting this on the YouTube channel, and you know, I'll do a specific like 5-minute thing where I'm getting injected and everything. You know, it's not to brag or nothing, it's just to show people, even a doubter. Like at first I was a big doubter, believe me. I was like, fuck this is bullshit, all of it, you know. But I know 2 people now that died, and from it, complications from it. And now it turns out that after Twitter bans everybody for saying it, it turns out that it looks like it was caused by the lab in Wuhan doing these dumb experiments. I guess they're dumb, whatever. But the Americans and Fauci were involved, so what a fuck up situation. Anyway, that's for another channel, A Voice from the Woods. But yeah, fuck. What are you gonna say? I mean, you know, it's just there's so much bullshit out there and everything. You don't know what's the truth. Fauci has lied to us more than once. Wear the mask. Don't wear the mask. Don't wear the mask because we need them. But you know, 3 months later, he tells you he lied to you. I mean, I just can't try. I will never trust this guy. Our Canadian ones, I don't know. Dr. Tam here in Ontario, she's just back and forth, back and forth. But I think that in a lot of cases, these people are overreactors. I call them nannies because even before COVID, there was a nanny society. You know, it's ridiculous how much people were cleaning and being so clean. Like, there's nothing wrong with being clean, but there's overboard. And we have a whole province, well, a whole country full of them, whole world full of them now, I guess, in the first world. But like nanny society, man, like holy shit. So I don't know, Dr. Tam seems to be one of those, so she may be overreacting. I get it, why they have to do that. But I mean, you know, I'm still wearing a mask after my second vaccination. That's not happening, and nobody's going to force me to. Because once I have that second vaccination, I don't know about me carrying a card. That reminds me too much of the Gestapo. What are your papers? Where are your papers? You know, I mean, I've seen movies with that stuff, and of course my grandparents, you know, my grandfather, other people, they were, you know, they fought in World War II, and, you know, the Gestapo was not a pleasant thing for the Germans or anybody else. So, I don't know about carrying a card saying I got vaccinated. It's really nobody's goddamn business. But, you know, I guess I can do that because when I was first going out and they said, well, there's exceptions, that we're going to allow exceptions for people that were having problems with the mask. And I was having problems at first because I have PTSD. But I learned to get over it, and I'm okay with the mask now. I don't mean okay that I want to wear it. I'm okay like it's not going to drive me over the bend. And so... But after that second vaccination, whenever it comes, they're saying September, but I have an idea it's going to be earlier because there's lots of this vaccination stuff coming in now. So, and I mean, they're wanting to get everybody on their second vac as soon as they can because that kind of frees up the country. I mean, we can start doing things again here, and I'll bet all of you out there are just as ready to me as like, okay, man, as soon as this shit, everybody got their vaccinations, we're going to have one fuck up a party. And as a matter of fact, I think the whole country, once everybody is back or whatever it is number that they're shooting for, I think the country should just party for 1 week and the government should pay for it. I don't know, buy everybody beer, you know, have some hockey on or whatever we need to do in this country to do it. But we need to explode, I mean, in a good way. Party, you know, let our hairs down, like, you know, instead of July 1st being 1 day, let's make it 7 days, you know, whatever. I don't say July 1st because I don't know that people are going to be ready by that time. I mean, enough people, but yeah, I'm rattling on. It's 13 minutes already on this video, and I guess I've got a little bit of case of the nerves. Hang on here. I like my coffee super hot, eh? So I microwave it if I don't drink it fast enough. I'm lucky to have any. I'm out of condensed milk. Or not condensed, evaporated milk. So I gotta get some while I'm in the village. Skippy and Skipper the squirrels are expecting to get fed, but I'm going to do that when I get back. I think I'm going to roll of smoke for when I get back here. So I'm going to need to settle down, I expect. There you go. Sorry to make everybody jump around. So just I moved over to this table. Yeah, I gonna call my mother, let her know what's going on. She knows I'm going today, but I don't know. She hasn't said very much about me getting it. She never would fight me or argue or whatever. Now, if she came up with something, you know, that she thought was very pertinent to the situation, you know, scientifically or whatever, yeah. My mother was a full-time reference librarian, head reference librarian in Ottawa for a very long time. And we kids were raised on books, you know, reading everything. So it's easy when you have a mother that works at the library, can bring home books all the time, you know, not even check them out sometimes, like, you know, keep them an extra couple of weeks, you know, less people start. Back in those days, you could request books. So if the book got a request, obviously we'd bring it back right away. But sometimes some books would just sit there for years and not get touched. Well, most of the UFO books I read back in those days. Okay, well, it's over 16 minutes. Let's stop this one.